What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday, and y'all know what that means. That means we're gonna have us a good old time tonight. I am your host, Emmanuel Eman Noisette. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and hanging out with your boy. I really do appreciate it. We got a couple of things that we definitely have to talk about today. We got some kind of sort of a Black Panther 3 update. We'll talk about that. We got some Superman news. And then, of course, you guys probably heard it by now because it's only been going viral like everywhere. We got to talk about the Marvel casting for Avengers Doomsday. So, not a huge night for tonight. I don't think I'm going to keep y'all too long, but we will go through everything that has transpired. All right, let's see who made it out tonight. We got my man Minister Crush first in line. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Paulette, how you doing? Corey, my man, what's up? Mitch, appreciate you coming through. Nelson, how you doing? Whoa, Rizzo, what up? Good to see you. It's been a minute. I feel like it's been a minute. King Chad is here. What is going on? MC, how you doing? Come on through. We got Ms. Harper coming through. Thank you so much. Shar, appreciate you coming through as well. My man Johnny is here. Thank you so much. Jay, how you doing? The talented one I see. My man Mike is here as well. Good to see you. Let's see. Sam K, hello. Oh, you doing replay gang? All good. Shout out to the replay gang. 60 plus. See, I didn't miss you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. We got the homie Kiki West back in action. Good to see you. DePaul, thank you for coming through. My man Dwight is here as well. We got Lou. Good to see you, man. Gothic Chick, good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Let's see. Venom, hello. Who else we got? Treese, how you doing? T-Ville, I appreciate you coming through. Who is this? Raptor Cloak. Okay, what's going on? Mama J, appreciate you always. Who else? All the way from London, my man Stamina MC is here. Ism, good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for making it out. Tracy, come on through. Thank you. Jam, good. Thank you so much for being here. Raymond, what is up? Who else? I saw my man Theo is here. Good to see you. Quiet one, appreciate you coming through. Sim, always a pleasure. Ira, hello. Soto, how you doing? Eric, what's up? Akuri, hello. Taz, how you doing? Rachel, appreciate you coming through. My man Angel is here as well. Callow, hello. We got the homie Rhonda, Toby, Andrew, Terrence, Philroy, Chill Spot, Deshaun, IMAX, Chris. Shout out to everybody that have made it out tonight, guys. I really do appreciate y'all coming through the way that you do. Man, we got my man Terrence holding it down for the Marvel Nights. Thank you so much, brother. Let me send some love right back. Thank you for the $10 cash app. Appreciate you holding the channel down the way that you do. Thank you so much for that. All right. Let's see. We have got we got a couple of things we got to talk about. So let's go through some of the quicker stuff. Now we talked about these before, but we got video game movies. So we got video game movies that have been coming out recently, and we are seeing like just different developments. We also have the TV shows, Last of Us and all that. Now, one of these we talked about, I want to say last week, was it? And I was, interested. I still don't know exactly how to feel and what to do with it, but apparently it doesn't matter because Street Fighter, the live action movie, has now been delayed indefinitely. Just can't have it. It's just not gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, I feel like this should be something that wouldn't be too hard to make, but you know what? I'd rather y'all not make this because I don't want this to be trash. I've already been scarred with the other movie. I think some of y'all reminded me that they even made a sequel. I completely forgot the sequel. The sequel just it I know I saw it, but like it was so bad I didn't even think about it even existing. Now I will say shout out to Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. I think that was the YouTube movie or whatever. That was actually pretty good. I like that. That was actually, if you wanted to watch what a live action Street Fighter movie, the potential it could have, that was actually pretty good. But anyway, let's see. Not only that, that's not the only video game movie we got coming with some news, but we also have the live action Legend of Zelda that is actually coming out next March. Well, not next March, next March, in 2027. I do believe this is going to be directed by Wes Ball. I liked his work from The Maze Runner, and I think he just did the last Rise of the Planet of the Apes movie, whatever, the last one that just came out. So far, I like his work, you know. Now, I will admit, I did not play Zelda when I was a kid. Like, that just was not, I was playing Super Mario. I was playing other games. Zelda was just, I didn't really like the top-down looking games or whatever. So I skipped Zelda. Zelda was not a part of my childhood. So I will say that because of that, I am interested in seeing what they can do with it. Maybe they can grab a new fan, I don't know. I did watch the cartoon. The cartoon was okay. I liked the cartoon. It was all right. But anyway, y'all let me know. How do you feel about, Street Fighter being canceled? How do you feel about Legend of Zelda that is actually moving forward, coming in live action? What do y'all think? Are you excited for these? Are you heartbroken? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right, we got my man Chris. What you got, man? Let's start with a bang. Yes, E-Man, come out swinging. Yes, I'm gonna try my best. But thank you, brother. Appreciate you holding down the channel the way that you're doing. Thank you for the support. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, okay. So we talked about this as well last time. Saw 11. So last time we talked about Saw, and I told y'all I loved the first couple Saw movies. Shout out to James Wan. It was just so good. It felt so original at that time. But man, once we got to Saw 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, boy, that thing started getting tiring. The last one wasn't too bad. I'll give him that. Saw 10, it wasn't too bad. You brought Tobin Bell back. It was kind of like a bit of a background story because they've been jumping throughout the story, filling in gaps. The Chris Rock one, to this day, I still think is terrible. That was such a waste of talent. It was such a waste of like potential. I don't even know why they got Sam Jackson in there. So bad. But we found out that the Saw 11 was actually getting canceled, or it was done for. And it seems like maybe. So we got an update here from Saw themselves. It says here, according to the Hollywood Reporter, they can exclusively report that the planned sequel in the franchise has been removed from that calendar date. So there ain't no date for Saw 11. That's out of here. Now, Lionsgate did share a statement from Billy the Puppet. Yes, this is Billy the Puppet. So Billy had something to say. He said, "I've seen the rumors. They say it's game over. You all should know me better than that. The game is never over." Okay, Billy. Now, this is from the writer, Melton, from Saw 11. He says here, Saw 11 may or may not be made, but we have a very timely story in it. I hope it gets made, just because of that. And he likened the topic of Saw 11 which focused on Jigsaw getting revenge on the healthcare insurance executives, with that theme gaining renewed relevance after the murder of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. So I can understand why, if you wanted to make this Saw 11, yes, you do want to kind of hurry up and do it, because that whole healthcare CEO thing, that was pretty new, and it made sense because Jigsaw was doing it first. Jigsaw was going after the healthcare company first before this Luigi guy or whoever, was going out there and shooting CEOs in broad daylight or whatever. So, and I can understand how, like, the longer you wait, the less impactful it seems. But at the same time, do you also want to really add to that traction? Like, you had a real life person kill a CEO because of how insurance company and healthcare works. Do you really want to double down on that with a movie that, in a sense, kind of sort of glorifies it? I don't know. But you guys let me know. What do you think about Saw 11 being taken off the schedule? So it might not be made, but at the same time, they're kind of sort of saying never give up. It might come out. I don't know. Do you want a Saw 11? Do you think it is necessary? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right. Oh man, JN, thank you so much. Happy Friday. If you're doing a theater watch party for Sinners, let me know. Would love to support. So I've been thinking about it. I'm if I do one for Sinners, I wanted to do one. And usually that comes with a lot of planning, because you got to get folks all together and everything. If I did it, it would probably be like small, like 70 people, if that. I have to work with the theaters, because the last time I went, apparently the theaters made some changes that I didn't know about. So I gotta think about that. But if I do it, I will absolutely let you all know. Because actually I'm supposed to see it kind of soon. So now here's the thing: if the movie's not good, I'm not throwing no party. Like, if it's I've gone through that before, where I would throw a watch party for a movie, Quantumania, and if it wasn't like all that good, people would be like, "Dang, E-Man, this what you brought us out for? Dang." I'm not doing that again. I'm not gonna waste people's time. So this movie needs to be a banger. I mean, I'm hopeful that it is, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. But I'll definitely let you know if that is the case. And thank you for that support. I really appreciate it. All right. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if I even wanted to cover this, but and to be honest with you, I didn't know that this was still going to go. We have all seen people, shows, movies, whatever, especially on social media, get that 15 minutes of fame, right? Somebody gonna say something, somebody gonna do something, and their rise is gonna come, go, and then we just kind of forget about them. But this girl right here will not go away. And I'm not wishing nothing negative on her. I'm just saying, I really thought she would be gone. And in case you don't know who I'm talking about this girl right here. Yes, the Hawk Tour girl, Haley Welch. If you don't know by now, let me make sure my kids ain't here. Haley Welch got popular because, and I'm sure y'all seen these street interviews on social media. She got caught up in a random street interview, and they asked her, how do you How do you keep your man? Right? And well, she, that's where the Hawk Tua came from. Okay, you can fill in the gaps with all that. Now, here's the thing I will say. Her rise to fame, I think, happens all the time, right? We get a 15-minute rise to fame like all the time. And I'm not mad at the fact that I think she made a podcast. I mean, she wasn't on social media. So she made one. And basically she's been jumping on that wagon. She's like, listen, this might not last. So let's go. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I mean, I actually watched a couple of them, her videos or her thing. I'm like, she seems like a fun girl, but outside of that, like, that's it. Okay. Anyway, good for her, right? She's making money. Good for her. But it seems like, and I don't know, maybe the world needs more of her, maybe, because get ready, there is more to come. Because she about to hot tour on this whole journey as Bungalow Media is developing a project with Welch, and that is basically she is going to have a whole documentary made about her. And it says here that the documentary will chronicle how Welch, a young woman from a small town with no active social media presence, unknowingly created a viral moment that gave way into the global phenomenon. So on June 11th, 2024, she became the most famous person online, amassing over 40 million impressions in a matter of days. The film explores her unexpected rise to fame, the scrutiny that followed, and exposes the incredible power social media has to crown and crucify its internet darling. So the CEO of Bungalow Media, Bob, he said the documentary will serve as both an inspiring and entertaining story of Haley's journey and a lens into what it means to navigate the risks and rewards that come with living in the public's eye. She has gotten 1.8 million followers on TikTok and 2.5 on Instagram. I mean, like, here's the thing. I think I would have been at least more interested if you made a documentary about multiple social media people that came to, their rise to fame. All about her? I don't know. And it's not really shade to her per se, but like, I did not really see her rise any different than the vast majority of people that we've already forgotten about. But for whatever reason, there seems to continuously be this push to keep elevating her. I mean, I don't get it. I don't really get it. I mean, her moment was funny. I mean, I watched it. I laughed. I thought it was funny. It was cute. It was whatever. And I moved on. I mean, the internet nowadays and social media, it's made our minds up to the point where it's on to the next one. It's on to the next one, right? So I just don't see why she has to be. Now, here's the thing. If you would have told me that she had 400 million followers, like she broke records, right? Don't talk to me about impressions or whatever. But if you told me 400 people started following her, she became the number one followed person. She did more than Kim Kardashian could ever do in one video. Like, if you told me that, okay, that deserves to be studied. 1.8 million nowadays, if you look at all the other social media people, that's like a drop in the bucket. Does that deserve a whole documentary? I don't know. But my question for y'all is, are y'all going to watch this? Is this something you are interested in? will you I can't think of any puns of Hawk 2ing into this, so I won't even try it. But are you gonna watch? Are you interested? If you are, or if you're not, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Let's go to let's talk about the Superman stuff first. So we got Superman, some news here. This is going to be about all different types of Superman, actually. So one show that a lot of people swear by, and I just I just didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I wasn't interested. But everyone that I've heard that has watched it, they love it. And that was Smallville. Smallville on CW was doing numbers for people. It was some very entertaining. I know people that have literally watched all the seasons back to back to back and then back to back again. So there was talk of a sequel series that was going to happen. But my thing is like, it's been kind of a long time since Smallville came out. So we do have an update here about what's going on with the sequel series and that it's just not happening. So it's currently off the table. Says here that I think the fact that they are in the process of rebooting Superman again kind of unfortunately, I think, keeps our thing off the table for a bit. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, But the other thing that just made sense to me is like, first of all, like, where is he at? Tom Welling don't look like this no more. Tom Welling is older now. He's an old guy now. Not old, but this was supposed to be about young Superman. So, I don't think y'all could bring the same cast back. It wouldn't make sense unless you're going to recast everybody and make them still be in their 20s or whatever. But yeah, okay. But no, that does make sense that you don't need an overflow of Supermen because all that will do is create unnecessary drama and conflict. You already got 2 Batman that are coming. You already got Robert Pattinson that's flying off of buildings, and then you're going to have whoever the DCU Batman is going to be. You can have 2 Batman. You can't have 2 Superman. You can't have 2 Superman. We already know some of y'all can't even let go of the last Superman who just, that's it. Henry Cavill's done. He might come back later, but some of y'all can't even let him go. So yeah, the last thing DCU needs is another Superman or just DC in general. Y'all don't need more Superman. It's too much. It's y'all wouldn't be able to handle it. But so Smallville sequel, that's not happening. Now here was something kind of sort of Superman related, but I thought this was kind of interesting. This was more so with the studios. It says a handful of Hollywood studios are asking YouTube to ensure that ad revenue from views on AI fake movie trailers of their IP flows into their direction rather than copy striking them. Now, and this will include the Superman trailer. So I, as a YouTuber, absolutely love this because what bothers me, and you might hear this from other YouTubers as well, is if we're doing a trailer reaction or if we're doing just commentary or whatever, our entire channel can potentially get taken down with copyright strikes, or the whole video could get blocked all over those copyrights or whatever. And here's the irony in this: all we're doing is promoting your stuff. The more we don't talk about y'all movies, the less people know about them. So it makes sense that if you want, just take some of the money. Like I would be more comfortable if y'all just took a fraction of the ad revenue and just take some of that, as I also give you free promotion. But I like the idea that hopefully copyright strikes aren't happening, because honestly, it's one of the reasons why I would love to do more trailer reactions with y'all, but it's too much of a headache. It's too ridiculous because maybe I get blocked immediately. Or right now, I got my From videos, and Paramount is literally taking down some of my From videos and blocking them. So now I have to go back, re-record. Well, not re-record, but I gotta download the thing all over again, re-uploaded it. It's a nightmare. It's ridiculous, all just to help y'all out and give y'all some content. So I like this. I support it, and I just wanted to put that out there. That I think that this is a great idea. And last but not least, and this was breaking news. We just got this. Um, we talked about this last week as far as the rumor of who was going to play Superman's daddy. You've had Marlon Brando play Jor-El, and there was rumors that maybe Chris Pratt was going to do it. He ain't got time. And then of course Tom Cruise was supposedly going to do it, but no one really knew until now, and that is Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is now being cast as Jor-El, Superman's daddy, in the upcoming Superman film. And you know what? Listen, I'm a Bradley Cooper fan. This man can act his tail off. He can also direct very well. So I'm cool. I'm cool with this. This is a good casting, I think. I don't think it's going to be a heavy role, but you can't go wrong with Bradley Cooper, in my opinion. So cool, good for him, good pick. I'll take it. But you guys let me know. What do you think about Bradley Cooper? What do you think about the whole YouTube stuff? And what do you think about Smallville not happening? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Bow, quiet one. What you got? DC has a bad habit of keeping Batman and Superman in reboot purgatory on the TV and the big screen. They never evolve their story like the comics do. You're not wrong. And this, I think, is one of the reasons why James Gunn is trying to change that. He was very adamant about saying that whoever I get to play Superman in the movies, that's also going to be the person that's going to show up on TV series, and it'll be the same person who does the voices in the animated stuff. So, like, he wants to do basically what Marvel's doing and what DC has never done. He does want to have a shared continuity all over. So to your point, James Gunn's trying to do that right now. Will it work? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. All right. Now, okay. Guys, I did not know how deep this was going to get. But the Snow White drama is thicker than a snicker, and I just had no idea it had gotten this bad. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I saw in my email the invite to go see Snow White, I was like, delete. No, thank you. I had no desire. There was nothing about Snow White that made me want to go see it. Those CGI dwarves, which we'll talk about in a second, I was like, ugh, like, y'all look weird. So nothing about Snow White made me want to go see it. And of course, when the first round of reviews came out, it was, woo, boy, they was raking this sucker. They was killing it. And I've told y'all about this before, but we got the cinema score for this, and it ain't good. Yeah, I know a B plus might seem good to some of y'all. Nah, B plus ain't good for cinema score. Remember, they round up. Okay. And it said this is the lowest cinema score ever for a Disney live action remake. This is the worst. And keep in mind, cinema score, that's from everyday people. That's from the fans. That's not the critics. That's not no, that's from the people. They said that you was barely subpar. Okay. Because again, a B plus, just think of that as like a C minus. That is bad. It's bad. So, in case you did not know, the first hint of drama that we heard about Snow White started off, I want to say, with Peter Dinklage, aka my boy Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. And he was just like, yo, like, y'all casting these dwarves and stuff, and it's not a good look. So, back then he was like, man, I was a little taken aback by the fact that Disney was very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White. However, you're progressive in one way, but you're still making the backward story of 7 dwarves living in a cave. So he was like, man, y'all couldn't get no progressive than that. Now, here's the thing. I haven't watched the movie. Now I'm like, what do you mean by the caves? Because I could have sworn the dwarves lived in a cabin and Snow White came in and she was like cooking and cleaning and earning her keep or whatever. But whatever. But I understand his point. His point being, and if you know Peter Dinklage, he's probably one of the few little people out there that can get a role in a movie that is not specific to being a little person. So, in other words, when you cast Peter Dinklage in a movie, you're casting him as the lawyer. You're casting him as the best friend, the uncle. You're not saying, oh, he's the little person number 1. You're not saying he's the dwarf number 8, right? So, like, he has a point that, yo, Disney, y'all trying to be so progressive by having a Latina, play Snow White, but you can't do something a little more progressive with the dwarves? All right. Now, this was also further complicated because while it's nice for Peter Dinklage to sit here and criticize that, Disney was like, dang, okay, we're not trying to get no drama with this. Now, keep in mind, I've told y'all this from the jump. Disney does not like negative press. Okay, they do not like their names associated with negative press. They're willing to bleed money rather than have a negative connotation with their name and their brand. So Disney was like, I bet if you gonna say that we're being not progressive about this, okay, we're not going to have dwarves at all. We gonna CGI all of them. What? So now you don't have no little people that are hired, that are cast. Now you got these weird looking CGI dwarves that are in the movie. Well, this is not okay because you had dwarf actors protesting outside of Disney because those CGI dwarves were actual jobs that they could get. And here's the thing. All these little people that are actors in Hollywood, they are not Peter Dinklage. It's easy for Peter Dinklage to sit here and say, oh, this is not good. Yeah, because you had that nice Game of Thrones push. You are kind of like the Denzel Washington. What Denzel is for Black actors, Peter Dinklage right now is for little people actors in Hollywood. He's going to get that benefit of the doubt. But these other actors might not. So the fact that he took that money off the table for them, they not feeling that. They not okay with that. They like, these are the roles that I can get, right? So, I see both sides. That's all I'm saying. I see both sides. So I'm thinking, okay, whatever. The dwarves, the little people, Disney, CGI. I'm thinking that's it. That's not it. Because apparently this got even messier, and it's been messy for a long time, all because of her. Now, I kept seeing all these people coming at Rachel Zegler, and they was just like, oh my gosh, she's this, she's that. I'm like, why y'all hate her? What did she do? What happened? So I don't know if y'all knew about it or not, but I figured I'd go ahead and talk about a couple of the points, give a little bullet points real quick. So apparently in 2024, Zegler, she hit the stage at D23, and she made a post after the trailer for Snow White, thanking all of her fans, like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, by the way, free Palestine. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. Now, I'm not going to get into the politics of it all, but it is a hot button issue to talk about the conflicts that are happening in the Middle East. On one side, you got people that are pro-Israel. Then the other side, you got people that are pro-Palestinian. I think everybody is against Hamas, terrorist organizations. But either way, when you sit here and pick a side, you're going to piss somebody off. Okay. And that's why my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Okay. That's not my fight. We got enough. My position is officially peace for everybody. Okay. Just in case anybody was wondering. But putting that post up definitely got some people thinking that, some people feeling some type of way. So people inside the studio at Disney, they were shocked that she would go ahead and mix up promoting the movie with a political statement. So Disney, boy, they scrambled. And a Disney executive raised the studio's concern with Zegler's team. The producer, Mark Platt, he flew all the way to New York just to speak with her directly. But Zegler was like, man, she stood 10 toes down. And she left that post up. Did not care. Meanwhile, death threats were sent to Gal Gadot, who is Israeli, and Disney had to pay for extra security for Gal Gadot. Now, in case you did not know, Gal Gadot served in like the Israeli military, I believe. So she's been very pro-Israel. And again, depending on what side of the aisle you're on with that issue, that's going to get people riled up. So, yeah, Zegler doing what she did started to cause some heat for Gal Gadot. Whew. And one insider said Rachel didn't understand the repercussions of her actions as far as what that meant for the film, for Gal, or anyone. Also says Zegler said F Donald Trump. And she also went further to say, may Trump supporters never know peace. And that's when Disney had enough. First of all, y'all know I try not to get too political with this stuff, but I'm just saying, I have no problem with people having different political views. That's fine. That's America. I don't even mind if people want to say, F this politician, F that, fine. That's cool. That happens on both sides. But to wish that people never find peace, that is probably the nicest insult I've ever heard. That is the most condemning, shocking. Never know peace? I'm just saying, Rachel, like, yo, what did they do to you? I understand you can have a difference of, I understand that, but never know peace. I think y'all underestimate how much peace is for the average person, and to never know it, yikes. And Disney had enough. The producer made the case again to Zegler, and she now had to begin working with a social media guru who Disney had to pay for, and that person had to vet any post that she was going to make before March 21st, the movie's release. Now, here's what's funny. Did we not talk about this a couple of times before, where you had Ethan Hawke or his daughter Maya Hawke and the studios, not just Disney, but just studios in general, pushing these actors. Oh, ScarJo too, Scarlett Johansson, pushing these actors. You need to get on social media. Do you have an Instagram? Do you do that? Oh, it was real fun when they didn't have social media and you wanted them to get it. But then when they get it and they start talking spicy, it's a problem. It's a problem. You got to live with the good and the bad. You got to take that good and the bad now, But I can understand Disney is absolutely in shambles right now, or I guess they were over that time. But here's the other thing. As a studio, when you are making people write these contracts and sign these just put that in the contract. You are not allowed to do this, or we gonna take some money off. I don't know. Put something in there, because we already know whenever they're on their promotional tour, you don't hear nobody bad mouthing a movie. That's part of the contract, because your job is to promote it. I'm just saying, y'all need stricter consequences. And listen, if people don't like it, they don't need to sign up with you. It could be that simple. If you are an actor and you're very politically active and stuff like that, and you sign up with any studio, I don't care if it's Disney, WB, whatever, maybe you just got to shut up for a minute. You ain't got to shut up forever, but while you're working, shut the hell up. That can always be an option, right? But anyway, I wish some studio would pay me hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever and be like, E-Man, you can't get no commentary. Man, where's my black tape? I'm finna be like that dude that keep going viral, Ashton, whatever. I'm gonna put some black tape over my mouth, put my face in some water, put some banana peels on y'all not gonna hear me say nothing. Nothing. Are you kidding me? Anyway. Did this keep going? Yes, this keep going. Goes on to say here, because the success of the film is in question. Well, not really in question, but it's in jeopardy. Someone says here, you can't say that a live action remake of the most iconic film in the Disney vault that cost $270 million to make and has been reshot multiple times, opening to $50 million, is okay. The math does not work. In other words, the math ain't mathing. That movie should be $1 billion movie. Now whoa, buddy, slow down. Slow down. I don't know if Snow White had $1 billion potential. I think it absolutely could have made a couple $100 million. I get that. I totally understand. But a Billy? I don't know about a Billy. I don't know. Anyway, Zegler also had issues with Steven Spielberg because she was in West Side Story, I believe. But apparently she complained on social media that she wasn't invited to the Oscars that year. Disney did not want to cut her loose to go to the Oscars because she was shooting Snow White at the time. And after she aired all her grievances publicly, the Academy gave her a ticket, even though she wasn't nominated. So, first, man, if you're working, you're working. You can't go to the Oscars if you're working. Like, man, Zegler. Months later at D23, she criticized the OG Snow White, noting that the prince literally stalks Snow White. Oh, how old is she? Do we know how old is Rachel Zegler? Let me see. This girl's 23 years old. She is 23. She still got milk on her tongue. She is. Oh boy. She gonna learn today. I know she gonna learn today. Cause ain't no way you gonna tell me the studio that employs you has flown across the country to come talk to you twice, literally paid to have a social media babysitter for you, Where are your parents? I know you're an adult. I get it. But where are your parents? Are they alive? Hopefully they're alive. If they are, where are they at? Where are your friends? Where is your team? Where are the people that are supposed to protect you from yourself? Because this seems like a very constant dropping of the bag. Oh, and then you gonna say the prince stalked Snow White? Listen, maybe he did. Maybe he did. He also kissed her without consent. We get it. But that was a different time. And you don't need to say it out loud. Just say it. You don't have to do that. Yeah, or at least just wait until your contract is up. Wait until it's up. Oof. It says here that Disney became increasingly loath to weigh in on anyone's speech, considering that the studio was sued by Gina Carano. We talked about that as well. So even after that whole Gina Carano thing, Disney's like, man, listen, say what you want to say. We done. We done. And of course, like I said, the reviews were subpar. This movie had COVID related production issues, a fire on the set, actor strike. And yeah, like the public confidence in Disney live action movies have already been a little shaky. So, because of that, this movie had the perfect recipe of just not working. Now, in relation to Gal Gadot, it says that there is no bad blood between the two leads, but things did get a little awkward during the run up to the release. Zegler referred to Gal Gadot as a professional pageant queen in one Instagram reply, and people consider that dismissive as a dismissive way to describe a fellow actress. All right, now this one, I'm a little lost on this. So somebody was talking about Gal Gadot. Rachel came in and said, "Oh, she's like a professional pageant queen." Like, what is, ladies? Y'all help me out. Is that dismissive? Was that problematic? Like, as a man, I'm sitting here thinking like, "Oh, she's talking about how elegant or classy Gal is." I mean, Gal looks beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. She looks like a model, right? Now, if they were, oh, pageant queen is not. Oh, I thought it was the was it the pageant moms? I thought that was the slur. I thought that was the bad thing. See, now I'm wrong. I don't, maybe, okay, y'all saying pageant queen gives meanings, it shows that she's fake. Oh. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. If that's what y'all say. Okay. Dang. Not the shade. Oh man. Okay. Well, uh yeah, that's not a good look then. Okay. Um and it says here that during the premiere the two stars were mostly kept apart. Whoo, man. Listen, I mean, I there was one too many red flags for me coming off, but I had, like I said, no idea it was this deep and this messy. Um, I don't know if Rachel Zegler's career is over. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But as we mentioned, she is still young. There's always time for redemption. She's gonna have to do better, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Now, one thing that I have heard that was consistent, and I believe this even without watching it, almost every review I've seen, everybody's like Gal Gadot's acting was atrocious in this movie. And you didn't have to tell me twice. I like I've seen her in other movies where she's not Wonder Woman, and I'm like, uh-uh, it ain't, it ain't there. It's not there. So I don't know, guys. What do you think about this whole Snow White drama? Um, how do you feel? Maybe your team Zegler. Maybe you know she did nothing wrong. I don't know. This is my first time honestly going through this stuff and figuring like I just learned all this stuff today. So because I was trying to figure out why are people like trashing this movie so bad. I just thought the movie was bad. I didn't know it had all this behind the scenes stuff too. But y'all let me know, what do you think in the comments down below. Nelson reminds me of the Letitia Wright anti-vax drama. Yeah, yeah, that was definitely a contribute. Well, I wouldn't say that hurt the movie. I think other things hurt the movie, but yes, the drama does sound similar, especially how there were the rumors that she wasn't getting along with her castmates as well. So yes. Tyra, I don't like this hit piece on my girl. Well, I mean, Tyra, where you at? Did they lie? Was there? I mean, I don't follow her, so I don't know. But was anything that was reported a lie? Did she not make those posts? Did she not complain? Because from what I read, it sounds like she was doing a lot of this stuff on social media. The pageant queen, the complaining about the Oscars, the Free Palestine political post. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, if it's all facts and true, like, I'm just well, okay. If there's a lie, let me know. If there's misinformation, let me know. But I don't know. JN Zegler has never been in a fight. I can tell. What? Why does that have to do with anything? Thank you. Or I could be wrong and Zegler's got hands. Why do you suspect? Why are we questioning her hands? What did I miss something? What does her fighting ability have to do with this? Or lack thereof? But thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. All right, next up we got yes. Final Destination. So we have talked about Final Destination before. And one thing that I've told y'all is that Final Destination has scarred me for my life, like my entire life. Okay. To this day, I cannot drive behind cars or big trucks that are carrying things. If you got logs, if you got like, I cannot do it. Like I immediately like, oh, there, I'm on the other lane. I'm switching lanes all because of Final Destination to this day. If I see a puddle, I walk the other way around because I'm looking for electricity. I'm looking for, oh, maybe that's not water. That's actually gas. My mind is already racing because Final Destination, all of the movies, has screwed me up and made me so freaking paranoid. And y'all, they dropped a trailer not too long ago. Now I couldn't play the trailer because it was a little too gruesome, a little too violent. So I couldn't play that trailer. And it was about this guy in a tattoo shop, and let's just say things don't end up the way that he would like. And I'm sure you can only imagine tattoos, piercings, yuck. So now we do have something from Final Destination. And real quick, by the way, I don't know if we took time to talk about this, but shout out to Tony Todd and rest in peace, because he did pass away not too long ago. But I want to say this is his final appearance in a movie. Man, he was really losing some weight here. But man, talk about, I mean, this is the original Sugar Man. I'm not gonna say the name. But he played, in that horror movie. I'm sure y'all could type it out, Sugar Man. You can't say his name multiple times, things happen. The fact that they shot that in Chicago, nope, too close to home. Too close to home. But Tony Todd, I mean, man, if you needed somebody with a creepy voice, this man would come in and do what he had to do. Excuse me, hold on. Ma'am, in the comments. Stop. Y'all trying to be cute, typing it multiple times. Stop. I will shut this live down. I will shut this down. Don't y'all put that hobo magic on me. Don't y'all do this. Kristen, yes, I'm gonna call you out. Listen, okay? You already don't do this. Don't come in here triggering folks with the name. Please. Let them lights start flickering. This will be over. Y'all better go talk to Beetlejuice. Go Beetlejuice it up over there. Don't bring that man's name around here. Anyway, so we got a chance to get another teaser. We got another teaser that will help us with this Final Destination. And I believe this one I can actually play. I don't think it's not long. And I didn't get flagged for this, so I think I can play it. So let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and see. Now, first of all, I love the fact that y'all already looking. The blender does look suspect. And what is that? Blood? A Bloody Mary? See, everything about this already gives me trust issues. Everything about this. Okay? Everything. I don't even know what's in that blender. What is it? Don't like it. But let's see what's going on. Oh, wow! First of all, and I'm not going to name no names, but the person who sent me this and told me, don't watch it first, play it on your live, I'm going to come and find you. We're going to have a talk. What just bothered me about that is that I didn't even know that was a fear until now. I didn't even know that I was supposed to be afraid of that until just now. Are you kidding me? Look at this. And it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. Do y'all realize how much I'm going to question every single drink I have now? The wife and I are supposed to go on vacation at some point. Guess what we like to do? Grab a drink from the bar. Not now. Not now. Go get the bottled water. Go get the bottled Pepsi. No, you ain't seen the final destination trailer. Come here. No, come here, because you ain't seen this. I know you don't watch stuff. Come here. Hold on, y'all. We about to, because she ain't seen this yet. Come on. No, stand right here. They need to see your face too. You got to get a little closer. Yeah. You got clothes on. You fine. Okay. Bend down a little so they can see your face. Watch this. Right? Right? Bottled water. Bottled water. Maybe them little bottles of tequila at the airline. That's it. Oh, you don't like tequila. I forgot. We'll get you the little bottles of vodka or something. But listen, this ain't happening. This is not happening. Y'all done messed me up. You got me messed up. Now I got to look at the bartender like 2-3 times just to make sure ain't no broken glass, nothing. This is stressful. I did not need this stress right now. I'm going on vacation. I can't. I'm supposed to be at peace. I will say this. Mission accomplished. Because now I have to go watch this movie. Now, you done did what you set out to do. And I can't be mad because I remember when we first started talking about Final Destination, this was the secret sauce. The secret sauce was, how are you going to find out how to unlock new fears I didn't know I had? And you did it. I don't need to see not one more trailer. Not at all. Yeah, I wish trailers were literally just teasers like that. Because I feel it. I feel it now. Your mission accomplished. Oh. What did y'all think about that craziness? Is that something that you also would? Are you afraid of this now? You know, like and as a bartender, you're not gonna think about it. That's not even gonna be on your mind. Like you're just gonna wipe it up and that's it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the Final Destination movie. Is this something you're gonna go see? Are you going to go check it out? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Puma, you funny. You funny. You think I was gonna highlight that? Y'all don't waste your time now. Thank you, Puma. I appreciate you, sir. I'm not putting that on the screen. You out your mind. No, sir. No, sir. Quiet one. Thank you. Yeah, yes. Absolutely new fear unlock. Yes. 1000%. No business. I love some ice. I love ice in my drinks. Oh, man. Natalie, what you got? Bring your own drinks, E-Fam. All of them. Bring your own cup. Bring your own ice. Buy the ice separate somewhere else. Whew. No, I don't like it. Don't like it. Tyra, what you got? He didn't take serve safe, trash that ice. Oh, is serve safe what is that? Hold on. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Is this like a training thing? Oh, okay. So it's like a food and safety program for training. Yeah, I guess he skipped that course. Yeah, thank you. I never knew about that. Shout out to Google, getting that quick little education real quick. Natalie, what you got? Mrs. E-Man and her Neo Soul cap looking beautiful. That's what she calls her vacation hat. She wears that hat constantly when she is on vacation. She is currently on spring break. I have mixed emotions about the vacation hat because it stays on all the time. She cute, but all the time. But thank you so much. I'm sure she will greatly appreciate it. Because she loves that vacation hat. Anywho, what else do we have? We have let's talk about some MCU rumors and some news. And this isn't like big news or anything. It's just a couple of random things we got here. Viola Davis is actually voicing her opinion now that she wants to join the MCU. She says here that she already watched most of the films 5 or 6 times because her daughter is a massive fan of the universe. And when I heard about this, I was like, yo, like, first of all, Viola Davis is an amazing actress. She is just one of those talents that you don't ever have to question, you know, um, whether she's gonna bring it or not. And yeah, then I started thinking, like, well, who would she play in the MCU? Now, I mean, if this was, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, Storm would be like an automatic, right? But of course, shout out to the Queen. We do have Angela Bassett. That would have still been my first pick. But I could see Viola Davis playing Storm, maybe. I mean, she did do the Woman King, so we know she can get African with it. Um, but then that really started to make me think, like, Marvel does not have a long list of strong black female characters. And maybe y'all can help me with this, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, outside of making her a Dora Milaje character, um, Ramonda would have been fine, but Coogler already killed her off. I mean, she just gonna have to play somebody's mama or something, right? I mean, we know that she's playing Amanda Waller in the DCU, but for the MCU, like, where would she fit in? Misty Knight? I don't know. I feel like Misty would be a little bit younger if they were to cast somebody. Um, I don't know. Like, Misty, is that what we saying? Misty Knight? Morlock? Maybe. Even though I don't like the idea of having her living in the sewers and stuff. I don't want to do that. Bishop's mama? Maybe. Maybe. Boss? No, Boss got to go to that other actress. I like the other actress that we got for Boss. She's fine. We're good over there. Yeah, Night Nurse. Yeah, that's Connie. But that's the thing. Okay, so like, I think like you're gonna have to give her some Black Panther role. You gonna have to make something up or give her a role there. And maybe that's all she needs, because she is busy. She does make a lot of stuff, movies or whatever. So it's not like she needs help, and she can't be like locked down forever. So, all right, fine. Now moving on to the rumors. This actually goes into Avengers Doomsday and not Endgame and Secret Wars. Now, here's the thing. The Russo brothers, they're coming back, right? We know that. So the Russos are back. They're doing both Doomsday and Secret Wars. But the Russos also just got done doing the Electric State. Now, I have not reviewed the Electric State. At the same time, well, I'm sorry, I have reviewed it. I just haven't made a video for it. And I did my press junkie. Y'all saw maybe with me, Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, so there was that. Let's just say the movie was not all that great. It's just not good, right? At the same time, this movie costs a lot of money. Like, Netflix dropped like 300 something million dollars or something crazy like that. So, and this isn't the first time. Like, the Russos have had kind of like a shaky bit of history as directors. Now, of course, they gave us Captain America Winter Soldier. Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. Like these dudes were cooking when it came to the MCU. Outside the MCU, not so much. So the question became, what y'all finna do when y'all come over here back to Marvel? Are y'all gonna have the same juice, or is your new track record going to follow you in terms of making big budget movies that just don't hit the mark? Now, before we get into this rumor, I've already told y'all I have some yellow flags with Doomsday and with Secret Wars. Now I'll try and rehash it. I don't remember them all, but some of my yellow flags are, we're coming off of a subpar set of phases, right? Remember, what made Infinity War and Endgame work so well was the fact that it came off the heels of phase 3. You had a very strong phase 3, very good movies, and that was great momentum to do a culmination movie. We don't have that right now. We don't have, phase 4 was not a huge success. It had one or two big hits here and there, but outside of that, it wasn't a big success. Even Marvel admitted to that. Phase 5, it's been kind of lukewarm. It ain't been all that great. Deadpool and Wolverine, great. But then you have some other movies like, not so much. So if you don't have strong momentum going into this, how good are these culmination movies going to be? And then you have a villain that hasn't even been introduced with Doctor Doom. Like, we have not had setup with Doctor Doom yet. So unlike Thanos, who was able to build up and, grow over time, we don't have that lead up with him. Then you fumbled Kang. You had Kang right there. You let one bad movie that wasn't his fault, and of course, the legal issues or whatever, and you just dropped them. Come on now. Like, that change up, again, not trying to get into politics, but it's reminiscent to the whole like Democratic Party where Biden was there and it just didn't work, and then they hurried up and gave you another candidate, and then it just right. So that switch up without the build up, yellow flag. And then we got the Robert Downey casting, and that kind of felt superficial in a sense. Like, y'all was real desperate, huh? Y'all had to bring him back. Okay. And then you don't even have both of your writers coming back. Between, was it McFeely, Marcus, or whatever? Like, only one of them is coming back. So is the good one coming back? Are they good solo? Like, we don't know. So there's a lot of yellow flags going into Doomsday and Secret Wars. Not saying it's going to be bad. The Russos have a great track record with the MCU. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But we have a rumor. Now, this is from Daniel RPK. And it's saying here that Kevin Feige is reportedly concerned about the Russo brothers directing the upcoming Avengers films following Electric State. He plans to closely oversee the project, ensuring the script is just right and everything stays on track. Okay. I mean, first of all, this shouldn't even be news. This should have been the most obvious thing that should be the case at Marvel anyway. We know the Avengers movies are your number one asset in your portfolio. First movie made $1 billion, second movie, 1.5 billion. Then the other movies was like 2 billion a piece. So, yes, if anybody, I don't care if it's the Russos or not, if Christopher Nolan, if anybody is stepping in to do an Avengers movie, you should absolutely be overseeing that. Now, this might come at a bit of a conflict, maybe, because on one hand, the Russo brothers, they've already said in other interviews, one of the reasons why they like working with Marvel is because Marvel lets them cook. Marvel lets them do whatever. Marvel does not, which is not normal, by the way, because normally Marvel will oversee everything normally, and do a lot of post editing and stuff even after the fact. But the Russos like that freedom, but they haven't. I don't. But Feige, he's kind of hit or miss right now too, because during the pandemic, one of the issues that we came across was Feige wasn't around to really oversee the projects, to really help them out. So they started to take a hit, right? Phase 4 took a hit because he could not oversee everything. At the same time, while Feige is obviously a Hollywood legend in the making, he's a Hall of Famer, all of that good stuff, my man does not bat at 100 either. He's not perfect, because if I'm not mistaken, it was Feige's idea to come up with the John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic thing and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, kill him off. Like, some of these ideas don't always pan out. So, I don't know if this is true, but I do think that it should be true because this is their biggest property and you should be caring for this as if it was your baby. So, I don't know, guys. What do you think about these news and reports? What do you think about Viola Davis wanting to join the MCU? Who do you think she should play? And what do you think about this rumor of the Russo brothers might have a little, extra pair of eyeballs watching over their shoulder? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Bup, 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 bup. DJ, what you got? No, thank you. I'll just put a YouTube beach ambulance video and drink it at the house. No final destination for me. I completely understand. I understand. I'm a sucker for horrors, so I know I'm gonna put myself through it, but I totally understand. Let's see. Prince, Barack's pour hot water and ice bin to ensure no glass. Sure. Or barback, sorry. Or is that bartenders maybe? Okay. Let's see. Natalie, what you got? Viola in the MCU recession indicator. Wow. Okay. All right. JN, thank you so much. Viola as Madam Slay in Black Panther 3. Sure. And that's the thing. I think the Black Panther roles are probably going to be the biggest ones for them, to the biggest opportunities. Quiet one, Viola Davis as Spider-Woman with the afro in the live action Miles Morales movie. What you think, E-Man? I know what you mean. That's not who would be the first in my mind. Um I wouldn't mind Tiana Paris if she did a bit of a crossover, who plays Photon right now, Monica Rambeau. Like, if she went to play Spider-Woman, I would love that, but Viola Davis, I don't know, for whatever reason, it doesn't, I don't know, it's not gelling for me. So, not bad, but I can't see it right now. Thank you so much. Puma, what you got? They better read and use the comic books. Yes, they should. Now that we already know, the Russos have said that they're going to use some of the comics, but they're going to make up their own story. So we know that. Quiet one. Hopefully, Stephen McFeely is as good without Christopher Marcus. Not all writing teams do good solo. The Wachowskis proved that with the Matrix 4 going solo. Yes, that's actually the first example that I started to think of was the Wachowskis, because I was just like, yeah, together, you guys did a good job, but separate, not so much. And even together, like the Matrix movies did kind of go down in quality over time. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully McFeely got this. Hopefully that, I mean, it got the Russos excited. They feel good about it. We'll have to wait and see if that pans out though. DJ, if the Russos drop the ball on the Hulk, we riot. But seriously, please give the Hulk justice. I agree. You cannot mess the Hulk up this many times. You cannot do that. Not on this stage, not with this much on the line. If anything, man, if I wasn't so preoccupied with T'Challa and Black Panther, when I met the Russos, the Hulk would have been the very next thing I would have talked to them about. That would have been like, bro, don't y'all mess this up. Y'all need to stop. Okay. Take that Professor Hulk stuff and throw it away. Don't do it again. So yes, with you on that. Pharaoh, what you got? Good point on Feige not batting 100 after the news of him overseeing the Russos. I would have been tight if I was them. Like, I know you ain't talking. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're in shared company, right? The Russos, they were batting 100 with Marvel. They were. Everything they touched was a hit, but after Marvel, not so much. Not so much. And yeah, Feige after the Russos, not so much. So hopefully Feige can be Bill Belichick and the Russos can be Tom Brady and they can win together. Maybe they, because separately, just not all that great. But we'll have to wait and see if they can put that together. King of Dreams, thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate you for the support. My man Nelson, what you got? Viola Davis is Madam Web. I don't want to see nothing Madam Web at all. And I don't want Viola Davis having any parts of that nonsense at all. No, thank you. That I can't deal with that. No thanks. All right. I think we're rounding up towards the end. What do we have? We got the Black Panther 3 update and then the Disney then the Doomsday casting. Let's talk about the Doomsday casting. So, in case you missed it, Marvel just came out with a huge video that went live, and they were streaming a whole lot about what we could expect for Avengers Doomsday, and that included the entire cast. So let's go ahead and take a look, because thank goodness, I was at work. So I was at work because at first I didn't even know. I saw people was like, Marvel has an announcement. Marvel's got an. I was like, what's the announcement? What's happening? And I'm thinking, oh, here comes another spoilery trailer, because it's about that time. It's about that time where they drop the third trailer. It's spoilery and it messes everything up. But instead, it was the not full cast. It was the cast of Avengers Doomsday. And man, when I saw that, I tuned in and I saw one name and I was like, okay, where's the rest? And they just was doing it like every hour. So I was like, no, I'm done. Like, I'm not. Let me go back to work. Let me go back to, my 9 to 5. I'm not staying up for all that. Not for some names. No. But now, thankfully, there's a video. It's not 5 hours long. We can watch it and we can talk and react to it to all the people that are being cast. So we can do that. But ain't no way y'all was about to have me up here for 4.5 hours looking at some names. Are you kidding me? Please. All right. So let's see. First, yeah, we don't need that for this. All right. So we have first up Chris Hemsworth. I mean, yes. Like, were we surprised with this? Like, what else is Chris Hemsworth doing? This man has to be here. He's Thor. We know that. So, okay, cool. Thor is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Great. Let's see who else. Vanessa Kirby. Surprise, surprise. The Fantastic Four are going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Now, this was already announced that they were going to, or heavily rumored that they were going to be in there. And of course, there's no way you're going to have Doctor Doom and you're not going to have the Fantastic Four. So, makes sense. Cool. Let's go. Y'all boy. Yes, um we need someone to lead the Avengers, right? That's been teased in the Captain America movie. It's been teased in some of the rumors that yes, Captain America is going to have to show up and he will have to be there. So here you go. And by the way, this is what I was kind of talking about with my review in Captain America, the post-credit scene where they were talking about how, oh yeah, they're coming in many worlds. And I was like, wait a minute. Are you really going to give us a post-credit scene hinting at the multiverse when we've already had a whole phase and a half of the multiverse? Terrible. Anyway, or should I just say it was late? What a late comment. But anyway, all right, y'all finna get y'all tickets because Anthony Mackie is coming back. I hope you guys are happy. Let's go. First of all, you can't have Anthony Mackie and Falcon without the Winter Soldier somewhere around. So we already knew that both of them was gonna make it. Okay, they had to. We gotta have Bucky. All right. Okay. Um, Letitia Wright is coming back. Um, the Black Panther will be there. Yay. All right. I don't know. Here's what I hope. I hope that she is there as Shuri. Yes, we know she's the Black Panther, but I hope what I've always loved about Shuri is her intelligence. So I hope that she brings that to the table more than, oh, by the way, I'm Black Panther. So let's hope for that. All right, sure. Gotta have Ant-Man. Why not? Okay, so Captain Not America is going to be there, U.S. agent or whatnot. Um, dang. So I guess what that just means, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Let me see the rest. Hold on. Let's see the rest. But yes, looks like Captain Not America is going to be there as well. Not okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where my comic fans at? Because if you already know, Namor is going to be in the same movie as the Fantastic Four. Namor and Sue Storm. If you like, I need you to understand the history. I'm not gonna spoil it, but for my comic fans, I know y'all know. Y'all about to put them in the same movie. Oh, listen, okay. For those of y'all that don't get it, all you need to do is see if Namor and Sue Storm, if they see each other, if Namor looks for 2 seconds too long, you got your answer. You got your, because Namor, he wants to change his name to Mr. Steal Your Fantastic Girl. Okay, that's what he wants to do. Because boy, Namor love him some Sue Storm. Okay, he loves him some Sue Storm. And here's the thing, Sue Storm, ooh, she be playing with fire. I mean, I know he from water, but she be playing with fire. Listen, whether they play that drama up or not, I don't know. But I will be looking at every micro behavior look and everything to see if something is there. Okay, Evan Moss back rack. Okay, so basically, Fantastic Four. We got it. All right, the Thing. He plays the Thing. Shang-Chi. Okay, look. Florence Pugh from the Thunderbolts. Okay, now, okay, let's hold on. Wait a minute. You done show me like at least 3 people in this Thunderbolts movie. Are the other people gonna die? I'm getting the feeling that the other people finna die in this Thunderbolts movie. Red Guardian, I don't know if he's named in this. Red Guardian, you look like you about to die. Ghost, gone. Taskmaster, bye-bye. Because it looked like they done spoiled all of it before the Thunderbolts even came out. Why are you telling me who's going to be there? Because you know the Thunderbolts ain't nothing more than just the Suicide Squad, you know, for Marvel. And if you were part of the Suicide Squad, somebody gonna die. They don't always make it. Some of y'all gonna die. Yeah, I think Taskmaster gone. They gone. Lawrence is back. You know that. Kelsey Grammer. Okay, I like this. I like this. You know, Kelsey Grammer, as you know, plays Beast. He played Beast in the Fox X-Men era. And we also saw him at the end of the Marvels, if you even watch the Marvels. And we saw him in his bright blue CGI and everything. So I'm cool with this. I like Kelsey Grammer. I think this will be really cool just to see him come back as yet another person from the Thunderbolts. Y'all, I'm going to take it as everyone not named here on that main roster is going to die. I bet you they're going to name everybody from Fantastic Four. Lewis Pullman. I'm not going to spoil who he is, but he's in Thunderbolts. He is in Thunderbolts. Danny Ramirez, Falcon Jr. will be there. I like Danny. Danny was very good in Captain America 4. I enjoyed his character. So I do like. Well, first of all, wait, can he walk? Will he be able to walk? Because my man got he got messed up pretty bad in the last movie. So, you know, can he fly? What's he gonna do? Okay. Johnny Storm. Oh, David Harbour. Okay, so Red Guardian ain't gonna die. David Harbour's coming back. Dang, Ghost, you out of here. Taskmaster, you out of here. Listen, they on the chopping block. Man, I was really hoping Red Guardian would go, but because he kind of corny to me, but that's fine. Winston Duke, are you done? He will be back. And maybe he will scream at a bald-headed demon. I'm okay with this. Oh! Ghost, you gonna live? Ah, okay. So Hannah John came. Okay, I get. Taskmaster, you gonna die? Is it gonna be Taskmaster? Listen, they just went through the whole The whole lineup. They just went through the whole lineup. Ghost gonna die. She gonna die. No, not Ghost. Taskmaster. Taskmaster gonna die. Y'all didn't like her anyway. Y'all didn't like her anyway. So this will be the time where they gonna replace her. Oh, okay. Now this I like. This, you got Loki coming back. Now, I remember when I gave y'all my little Doctor Doom theory, I told you one of the things that I could not really think about yet was what role would Loki play? We're talking about multiple timelines, we're talking about all this, and we know from the end, of Loki season 2, Loki's out there holding it all together, literally. So is somebody going to go visit my boy up there? Like, cause he mad lonely up there. He's by himself. He's been destined. That is so crazy. If you think about the past seasons or the past episodes, they always said, Loki, you are destined to be alone. And right now, he is crazy alone. Nobody, because he made that sacrifice. So the fact that they're coming back to him, I like that. It makes me wonder, does this also have something to do with Thor crying? Because remember, the only time Thor has really cried is when Loki dies. So I wonder. Now I know that was Deadpool and maybe it's something different, but I'm just wondering right now. So that'll be interesting. Patrick Stewart. Okay, listen. Greatest Professor X ever. This man was perfectly cast before Robert Downey could be the epitome of perfect casting in comic book movies. There was no one else that I could think of at that time when X-Men came out that was a better fit with star power, with the looks, than Patrick Stewart as Professor X. This is great. I think he's like in his 80s now, I think. So I'm just happy that he's coming back. I'm here for it. He did a good enough job in Doctor Strange, even though it was cut short. Doctor Strange 2. But I'm here for this. I like this. This is a good pick. Nice to have him back. Ooh, and they got old man Magneto coming back too with Ian McKellen. Okay. And you know what? What I like about Ian is the fact that, or Sir Ian, he is like, yo, I'm gonna do this till the wheels fall off. Like, don't matter. Do not matter. Like, we are just going to keep going. So shout out to these guys. They are both coming back. And it seems like obviously the 2019 X-Men or 2019, the Fox X-Men are making a comeback. And that's fine. That's cool. We've seen a lot of them already teased, but Ian McKellen, man, to have him back is nice. Oh, I spoke too soon. We got Alan Cumming. Now, Alan Cumming, that was Nightcrawler. We going back to X2? Is that what we do? We going back to X2? Let me tell you something. In case you were too young, Nightcrawler's scene in the beginning of X2 blew my mind. That right there, I wish we had social media. I wish we had social media at that peak back then, because that would have been one of the most rewatched scenes, getting hundreds of millions of views. That, I don't even know what to compare it to, because nobody knew what to expect with that. Like, if you're a comic reader, Nightcrawler was raw. You knew he was great. But that movie right there, that scene right there in the White House, goated. Easily goated. Easily. So having him come back, cool. I'm with it. Ooh, Rebecca Romaine. Okay, so the original Mystique, uh, I remember I was at Critics' Choice and I ran into her. Like I was walking back to my table and she was just like there, and I was like, oh, Mystique. I was like, Rebecca, oh my gosh. And she was like, hi. She's so tall too. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it was in between commercial breaks or something. And I was like, I got to get a picture with her because I that was Mystique. So mad. I forget what happened. I got distracted and she left. So I didn't get my picture with Rebecca. But having her come back is such a massive upgrade because I could not stand Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. Could not stand it. And it's not because Jennifer Lawrence is a bad person or a bad actor or nothing like that. No. I hated the artificial push that the Fox movies kept giving to Mystique, and it made the movies to me less interesting. I hated it. I was like, why are you taking this side character who's a good character, but y'all trying to make her the face of the franchise? If y'all don't stop, please. You got Storm right there. You got Jean right there. If you wanted to give some females a push, you got actual main characters right there. So seeing Rebecca come back, I fully support this. Fully support this. Ah! Oh! Shout out to my man James Marsden. Now, here's the thing. I have mixed opinions about Cyclops. Now, it depends on which Cyclops you're talking about from the comics, maybe the Cyclops from the cartoon. It depends. One thing I will say is that James Marsden never did anything wrong as Cyclops in the movies, but the movies did Cyclops bogus. They did do him bogus. They put that man in X3 and got him out there in 3 minutes. Like, what? This man came on screen, cried, got a kiss from his own boo thing, and died. That was ridiculous. So, Cyclops, from the movie side, does deserve some redemption. The Fox Cyclops. James Marsden, man, talk about a comeback. Now, he hasn't really gone away because he was in Westworld, did a good job in that. And of course, most recently in Paradise, definitely enjoyed him as President Cal. Like, just I'm happy that he's still working and doing a good job. So to see him come back, I'm with it. I'm with it. All right. Look, I I said this before when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and I'm gonna say it again. I do not have a problem if y'all bring in Channing Tatum back for small moments. Small moments. He did have some funny scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine. But what we cannot do, and I pray we do not fall down for this trap, we cannot allow those small moments to be the leaping pad into some sort of solo movie. We don't need that much Channing Tatum. We don't need that much. Sometimes, and I know this is going to go against how some people normally think, sometimes certain characters, certain storylines work best in small doses. I've told you all that many times. For example, Luis and Ant-Man. One of the best things about Ant-Man He was great. Give that man 2-3 minutes to tell a story. I'm happy. Does Luis need a whole movie? Absolutely not. He doesn't. And that's the way I feel about Channing Tatum's very goofy version of Gambit. You want to do it for a joke? Fine. I don't need more than 5 minutes. Have him throw some cards. Have him say some weird thing in his New Orleans accent. And then move on. Just ha ha ha. Okay. Oh, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Okay. All right. Move on, please. As we will here. Final Fantastic Four, of course. First of all, where is Pedro Pascal not showing up? This man, I am under the belief that Pedro Pascal does not actually have a home. I don't think he has like an actual place that is like secured, like that he can go home to. He does not have a home because this man stays in the studios. He's working. He's got TV shows, movie. He's in Last of Us. He's in Fantastic Four. He's got like he got another movie coming out where basically it's Reed Richards and Steve Rogers fighting over Madam Web. Like, bro, he just sleeps in the studio. I know it. I know they just put out a bed. They put out a cot. They let this man sleep in Studio B. When he's done, he goes and sleeps in Studio A because he cannot have a house that he just never lives in because he's always working. Man, I know he's getting paid though. Hey, cut them checks. Cut them checks. Stay hungry. And he was Let me do what I normally do and put a little salt in this. I want y'all to just think, because imagine a world where we just saw this and we did not know Downey was going to be in Doomsday. Imagine, because now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, did y'all overplay your hand at Comic-Con? Because I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute. All y'all really had to do was just say the Russos were coming back. That would have blown everybody up by itself. And all you had to do from a marketing perspective, you already would have had us with that. And then just say, oh, Dr. Doom is coming. Y'all would have gotten the same traction, if not equal, probably not as much, but you would have gotten the hype going. And imagine, we're like, yes, the Russos are back. Dr. Doom is coming. And then now we end up finding out Downey is coming back. This would have blown up 5 times more. It's already blown up. I'm just saying, I think this would have been even crazier had y'all not put all y'all cards in one basket or all your eggs in a basket with the Russos and Dr. Doom and RDJ. And then now you have a nice little trailer. This was creative, by the way. Let me give him props for that. I don't agree with the 5-hour thing from a consumer side. I think that's a little extra, but kudos to the marketing department. That was smart because you got people watching. But you put Robert Downey in there like he was a surprise. Like, that would have blown our minds just to have him back. And think about this. We still would not have known that he was going to play Dr. Doom. So I'm just saying, like, good job from the marketing. It absolutely could have been better if y'all just didn't get overly excited with it. Y'all should just calm down. Now, with all of that said, I think a lot of people noticed that wait, let's kind of go through this because this this was a big deal. Like this really did um do some numbers for Marvel, and it I won't say it broke the internet, but it says here Marvel's clever live 5-hour plus announcement of the cast was their biggest live stream, bigger than any premiere red carpet, pulling 275 million digital eyeballs and 3.1 million social mentions. Yes, this lasted for 5 hours and 27 minutes. Ooh, it could not have been me. Y'all would ain't no way. Ain't no way. This ain't phase 2 or 3. If this was phase 3, y'all would have me here for listen. Okay. Those days are over. And I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade who gets super excited with Marvel. I shout out to happiness. I'm just saying Marvel has not given me as much reason to stay for 5.5 hours to read some director's chairs. I'd much rather just do what we just did right there. I was about to pull up them pictures and just go with that. But 5.5, you know when I would have done that? In phase 3, when we were leading up to Infinity War, or when we were in between Infinity War and Endgame, and we was thirsty. We were so thirsty for anything Marvel related in between those phases. We were so thirsty, we gave Captain Marvel $1 billion. Come on now. So yeah, that would have had me sitting there all day, clicking, waiting. We would have been like, this person, that person. Not now. Not now. You okay? Now you would have had me if Blade was in there, but you didn't. So you messed up right there already. But anyway, it says here that this was 5 times the social volume of the Deadpool and Wolverine Super Bowl trailer, which was already the most viewed trailer at the time. And then we also have Robert Downey. He's out here posting saying that's what you call a deep bench of talent. Actually, it's more like a row, but an extra long one. That must be it, right? And Marvel responded, there's always room for more. Of course there is. So in other words, Marvel's already letting us know this ain't it. There's definitely more people that could come. Let's see. We do have a list of actors that were kind of missing. Chris Evans. Now, people were talking about Chris Evans. First of all, I agree that you're not going to want to announce Chris Evans showing up because, for one, we know the Russo brothers, Chris Evans, they've been doing magic together. So there's no reason to believe that he's not going to be there. Like, it would actually be stupid if he doesn't show up. We don't know if he died. We don't know if he's actually living on the moon. Bring back the Joe Biden looking Chris Evans, make him Captain Nomad or whatever, and let him be a part of it. I think that's fine. I already gave y'all my idea. I was like, let him be a part of the Illuminati. Let him do that. I think that would be cool. And of course, you also don't want to say, hey, Chris Evans is coming back and still step on the toes of the current Captain America. You don't want to do that either. So I understand why they would announce that. Haley Atwell, okay, Peggy Carter ain't gonna be there. Hulk, well, we already played that game with the Hulk being there or not. Denai Guerrera as Okoye, maybe, yeah, I'm sure she'll be there. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. One of the rumors said that he was not going to be there at all. I mean, I guess. Okay. I'm not losing sleep if Star-Lord is not there. Charlie Cox is Daredevil. I like that. Give that street level. Benedict Wong, of course, Wong got to be there. Amon Vanali, yeah, she got to be there. Ms. Marvel. Hawkeye. Listen, these OGs right here, they finna die. Hawkeye got to die. Bro, they already got your replacement. They got your replacement and gave her your whole moniker. You're gone. You're done. You're out of here. Tom Holland Spider-Man, of course he gonna be there. Moon Knight, I don't know. They barely want to give you a season 2. And we got all that story just left out there. Bro, it's I don't know. Tessa Thompson, I guess, if they want some filler. I don't know what she gonna do, but I okay. Evangeline Lilly, yeah, that's more filler right there. They barely put her in her own movie with her name in the title. Ant-Man and the Wasp, and y'all barely put any Wasp in the movie. Who else? Paul Bettany, White Vision, of course. She-Hulk, whatever. Y'all need some laughs. Ooh, my man Don Cheadle. Bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They played my man bogus. Told him he was going to get an Armor Wars show. Here's the thing. They announced this. This wasn't a rumor. It wasn't the outlets. They announced we were getting Armor Wars, the series. Then it was going to become a movie. Then it was like, we don't know if we'll ever get around to it. Y'all finna kill my man off. Don Cheadle almost like 60-some years old, if not already. I don't know. I don't know how many other movies he has left on his contract. But my man's going to go. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Ooh, they fumbled that bag too. Taskmaster. Oh, you definitely gone. Olga, bye-bye. Your name, what? You ain't getting no chair. Somebody's got to die in Thunderbolts. And we already know they announced 90% of the cast who's coming back. Somebody's not coming back. It's going to be Olga. Olga, thank you for your service. You're gone. Ironheart, sure, why not? They got to promote the show. Sam Jackson, absolutely. Y'all better. You better. How dare y'all have an Avengers movie with no Sam Jackson? Get out my face. Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld, yeah, sure. Elizabeth Olsen, I don't know. She feeling kind of good about doing all these other movies on the side. Dakota Johnson, Madam Web, who made this list? No, we're not gonna put that out there. No. That's the Sony stuff. No, she ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't care if her powers got to do with multiverse. No. We got America Chavez. Sure, actually, she makes more sense. She makes more sense because she could travel through different dimensions and stuff. Tiana Paris, absolutely. We know after the Marvel, she definitely got to come. And then Benedict Cumberbatch, of course, he got to come back. Like he has to be. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he has a relationship with Doom, so that has to be a thing. So anyway, yeah, I think that at this point, good marketing. I would prefer as many things like this compared to seeing actual footage. I don't want to see footage. I don't know if there's anyone that's like, I don't know if I want to see an Avengers movie. Like, who's really on the fence? Now, I get it. Marvel's track record has been a little shaky lately, but who's really on the fence for an Avengers movie? If it was a side movie, a new character, I get that 100%. But an Avengers movie, that's like an event. That's something that all the casuals will watch. That's something that people that don't even watch other Marvel movies, they're gonna show up for an Avengers movie. So yeah, I don't know. I think that they can hold off on showing as much as possible, and hopefully they hold the surprises. They don't let no leaks happen, and we can cook. We can be good. Anyway, guys, what did you think about the Doomsday casting and the cast that we got? Is this something that you're looking forward to? Were there any names that you wanted to see? I mean, I sure wanted to see Blade. I think that would have been amazing if they showed Jonathan Majors, coming back as Kang. Like, I don't see what I've been saying. Like, it makes no sense why y'all would not put Mahershala Ali in here at all. Like, you can't get his movie together. The least you can do is feature him in different things. That's all. Nobody is saying you have to do the Blade movie. We want Blade. I'd be happy if you just gave us Blade here and there, and then when the movie comes, the movie comes. But man, those are my two big disappointments. No Jonathan Majors, no Wesley Snipes, no Mahershala Ali. I think that y'all can announce Channing Tatum, but you couldn't announce Wesley Snipes. All right. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, we got a bunch here. Let's get to them. Quiet one, recast T'Challa, fix the Hulk, recast Iron Fist. My dreams. These are my dreams. Like, just in perfect order, too. Perfect order. Thank you. Just all my dreams come true. Mambo, yo, E-Man, honestly, Thanos wasn't built up much besides a post-credit and a scene. Most setup was for the stones, and comic readers just knew it's Thanos. So, yes and no. So, yes, he didn't have like a bunch of dialogue. He was teased, but you have to think about the fact that we were in a different era at that point. We were in the era of all you got were the movies if you were not a comic book reader. So once in a blue moon, you'd be like, wait a minute, who is this bad guy that keeps on showing up? Who is this other presence? So he was being built up. Now, no, he wasn't built up to the point where he had all these, crazy scenes or whatever. But the fact that he was being teased, it was enough to generate curiosity for the non-comic book readers to kind of be like, okay, this guy must be something, because I don't even watch all these Marvel movies, but he keeps on showing up. So I do think he was built up enough. And it's also relatively speaking, relative to Doom being built up, who hasn't been built up at all, like it is a lot. So anyway, but thank you so much for that. Natalie, what you got? Did we talk magazine dreams? I went ahead and saw it without spoilers. The second act was too ambitious. I think we did talk about it. Maybe I don't know if maybe I didn't give a full review. I think I gave my impression of it, my reaction, which I liked it. And Majors was a fantastic performance. But yes, I did have some issues with the third act. That's probably where my biggest issue was. I think I wrote a review. I wrote a review for it. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's very dark. It's very dark for anybody that still hasn't seen it. It is very dark. Great performance, but very dark. Natalie, don't do Mackie. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I said the man was Captain America. Like I didn't do nothing. I don't know what y'all referring to. Anywho, Jesus. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all should be watching Daredevil if you haven't already. You should be watching Daredevil. Let's see. JN, I think Michael B. Jordan makes an appearance as Black Panther in Secret Wars. Yikes. Listen. If they want to do all the one-time things, fine. You want to do the Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther? Fine. Get it out your system. Okay? Just do it. Get it over with so everybody can shut up and leave it alone. We need the redemption of Michael B. Jordan. No, we don't. Sometimes it's okay to let villains be villains. That's all right. Callow, what you got? What's the chance they'll pay their respects to T'Challa in Avengers Doomsday, since none of them were at his funeral or even mentioned him? Here's what I think. I think nothing. I think you would be lucky if they would even think about T'Challa like that. Mainly because they have a lot to juggle already. And a good amount of time has passed. So it's been like years, I want to say, at this point since his passing. Um, and I don't know how much McFeely or Marcus, I forget which one's on there. I don't know how much the writers or even the Russos will care. I don't know. I think that they are drawn to the characters that they like, which clearly was Captain America. Um, I'm just not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to hold my breath that that's going to be a priority for them to mention. So, JN Reed Richards said these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, that definitely that happened. That happened. Quiet one. James Marsden been out here grinding with Sonic movies. Yeah, yeah. And he's doing a good job. A man is doing a good job. Quiet one. Pedro's working hard like Sam Jackson. Yes, he is. He is the Chilean version of Sam Jackson because I have not seen this man not do something. He's doing Apple commercials. Like I was like, bro, you a movie star now. Like, what do you? All right, all right. Pharaoh, Doomsday is going to be rushed. It's coming out in 14 months. That's not enough time to make a good movie. We will see. We will see. I'm not. I mean, I think you usually just need about 6 months to do a movie like this. Because obviously scheduling is going to be big, but I would assume that most of these schedules have been locked in way in advance. Because keep in mind, they announced this 2-3 years ago or something like that. So, I'm assuming that it's a very ambitious project to get this done, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But I think stories and characters that might be rushed, but I don't think the production will be that big of a deal. Dwight, what you got? If not RDJ, who would have been your pick to play Doom? You know what? I mean, I don't. Oh, I don't know his name. Hold on. Hold on. I do know his name. Let me get him for you. This is exactly who I would have gotten. Hold on. I got him. Wait, let me put it over here. This is the first name that came up. Now, he's a little older, so I would have preferred, obviously, a little bit younger. But then again, I mean, Robert Downey is like in his 50s as well. Um, but if it wasn't going to be Mads Mikkelsen, right? Because I'm still okay if Mads Mikkelsen ends up playing him. It would be this guy because he just looks like a villain. Rufus Sewell, I believe. He would have been my pick for Doctor Doom. Just the acting to me, I've never seen him be bad in a performance. I think he played like a Nazi or something in the man in the castle or something like that. Great actor. I think he would be able to come in and really do a fantastic job. I see Killian Murphy. Sure, Killian Murphy would be good too. I would. Yes, yes. Oh, is it Sewell? Sewell. Okay, thank you, thank you. So Rufus Sewell. Yeah, I would have taken him as my pick if I had to. But thank you. Let's see who else we got. Nelson was annoyed I didn't see Halle Berry's name. We just have to see. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if you're gonna bring back everybody else, why wouldn't you bring Halle back? But we'll see. They said that there's more to come, so maybe. Um, let's see. King of Dreams. E-Man, I hope Shuri don't have the same role as T'Challa for Secret Wars. That would disappoint me. I agree. That would disappoint me. Again, I don't have a problem with Shuri. I would prefer Shuri and her intellect be showcased because that's always been the case for her, right? But yeah, that moment in Secret Wars, I need that to be T'Challa. I need that to be T'Challa. Not just a Black Panther. I need that to be T'Challa. Thank you so much. Omar, what you got? My friend Gerald is directing Jonathan Majors' next feature. He also directed the first part. That's dope. That's dope. I forget the name of that movie. But that's awesome. Good stuff, man. Thank you so much for sharing. Quiet one. Infinity War took close to 8 months to make, and then Endgame the following 6 months with the Russos. Now, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they shoot them kind of like not back to back, but like didn't they kind of do them intertwined a little bit or something like that? But okay, all right, yeah. I mean, 6 months is usually a sweet spot for these bigger budgets, but yeah, I could totally see a movie on that scale going up to like 8 months or maybe even a year if need be. But all right, thank you so much for that. All right, and let's get to the last bit here, and we just got a quick little Black Panther 3 update. Nothing too crazy, but apparently Ryan Coogler was on the Club Shay Shay, so he was out there talking to Chad and Shannon Sharp, probably promoting his movie Sinners. And Shannon had something interesting to say. So I figured we'd go ahead and play it real quick.
I want to throw my head in for T'Challa. You want to throw my head in? I'm just
Hold on, man. Hold on. What you doing?
Hey, man, I want to throw my head in.
Hey, man, get in there. Hey, man, we can talk about it, man. Hey.
How you gonna take Mosquito? Can I get my role first and Creed?
Okay. Yeah, all this Hodge. That's the name. All this Hodge.
All this Hodge. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they had him already in the uniform. I was like, okay, yeah, he could definitely pass for T'Challa.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah. No, big shouts out to Aldis, man. He's incredible. He make watches too, bro.
Does he?
But like straight up knows how to make watches, bro.
Right.
Wow. Like a genius, bro.
Black Panther 3. How long we gotta wait?
Not long. Yeah, not long.
I mean, there's been a lot of rumors circulating that Denzel gonna be in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what the word on the street.
Yeah. I've been dying to work with Denzel, man, and I'm hoping we can make that happen. But I got every intention on working with him in that movie, and he, as long as he's interested, man, it's gonna happen.
Wow.
But he a living legend, man, and
he is,
and a great mentor for so many of us.
Okay, so first and foremost, hell no to Shannon Sharp as T'Challa. Hell to the no. Just no, thank you. No, thank you. Love Shannon Sharp. Great show, great product, great play. No, thank you. And shout out to Shannon for throwing Aldous Hodge's name out there. Like, I like it when the things that happen online, because if you listen to what he was saying, Shannon said they already put him in the costume. I believe what he's referring to, was the AI image that kind of went viral just a little bit of Aldous Hodge in the Black Panther uniform. And the guy looks perfect. He looks good for the part. He's definitely one of the top picks out there that I think almost anybody would be comfortable with Aldous Hodge playing T'Challa. So I like it when that internet stuff makes it directly to the source, because a lot of times what ends up happening, people like Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige, or whatever, they'll stay off the internet, or they'll be in these little silos and they just will not know what's going on or what's getting hot in the streets or whatever. So I'm glad that Shannon brought this up. Now, does this mean Aldous Hodge is going to be T'Challa? We don't we don't know. We have no idea. But I do like the fact that the seed is planted. At least it's put out there. We also heard from him saying that Black Panther 3 is not going to take long. I want to say that there was talk that this was supposed to come out either right before Secret Wars or right after. My hope is that Black Panther 3 comes out before Secret Wars. The only reason I say that is because I'm also hoping that Secret Wars does a soft reboot, and that allows Ryan Coogler to clean the slate and start over with the whole Black Panther franchise. Because if it happens before Secret Wars, and if, you know, let's just, I could see him still pushing Shuri, still pushing this T'Challa Jr. narrative, and right? But if it happens after, there's a small possibility maybe T'Challa Jr. dies. Maybe they reset the whole timeline. Maybe we actually go back to getting the characters on the track that they were supposed to start on, rather than all this other weird new stuff that I still don't think is like the right way to go. You know, trying to, you know, this would not be my first pick or second or third or fourth or fifth for the story to continue with this whole T'Challa Jr. thing. So hopefully there's a reset. And to me, I'm just thinking as a writer, as a creator, don't you want a clean slate? Don't you want to be like, oh man, we had that moment in time with you know, my brother Chadwick, and it was painful, but now I can start over and make this thing the way that it could have always been. I would like that. I would hope for that. And then, of course, last but not least, Coogler confirms that the talks with Denzel are a thing. It clearly has not been official yet. So Denzel has not signed yet, which kind of also gives me the indication Coogler has not finished the script yet either. Because remember, Denzel said, like, hey, I'm waiting for Ryan Coogler to give me the script, you know, so I can do like that. That's it. Like, Coogler's gonna write me in, he's gonna do something. So I'm thinking once Denzel reads the script, once he likes it, then he signs on the dotted line. Boom, let's get into production. We have Black Panther 3 on the way. So anyway, what did y'all think about Shannon Sharp kind of putting the little Aldous Hodge seed out there? What did you think about the speed of Black Panther 3 being done? And what do you think about Denzel being in there? Like, is this a good thing, bad thing? I mean, I don't know how it could be bad, but maybe that's what y'all think. Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. Let me grab the last couple of comments here. Quiet one, what you got? We need Uncle Shannon as T'Challa in Secret Wars looking for his Michelle in the multiverse. No, we don't. No, we don't. Leave Michelle out of this. Leave her alone. Leave her out of this. Okay. We do not need this. This is not what we need. This is not. Thank you. Appreciate you. Jay and T'Challa would know how to work Instagram Live. Why are y'all like this? Leave this man alone. You know what? Okay. This is why we have to move on. This is why we have to go. All right, guys. That's all I got for tonight. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Keep in mind, we do have on Wednesday the Daredevil. We got episode 7, I believe, that's coming out. So we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll be here same time, same place next week as well. So, you know the routine, guys. Be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Wash your hands, wash your butts, and everything in between. And until next time, give up. Just give up, because that's what John Cena would say. Just give up. All right.